Good. Okay. Hey everyone. Welcome back to the CDW stream. Today I'm going to be going over this interior and just keep working on this and trying to get this resolved as possible. So I guess from now it's just working on the details. So it's getting into kind of, just working on all those details, trying to make everything look as cool as possible and all that kind of stuff. So there is a couple of little design things I want to do, but we'll get into that a bit later. So I just want to clean up my Blender scene a little bit here. So obviously we got kind of like, essentially everything is Photoshop layers. I got layers going on everywhere. So just try to get that a little bit more organized. So I'm going to select the door pieces, right? Which hopefully should be all of that. Yep. And then let's right click on that and go move to collection and then make a new collection. And let's call this door. All right. And we can go okay. And then we sort of go down here and we should have a, it's called a collection in Blender, but like a group, all right? And the group is this kind of door, and basically we can hide that door on and off, right? Which is pretty cool. So we can kind of do that with the walls and with the, with the floor and all that kind of stuff. So let's sort of do some of that because I think it's going to be super useful. So let's kind of, let's maybe not have that part. And you just select all of these elements. You can even sort of drag sometimes, right? And that one. And let's right click and move to collection and new collection, and let's call those walls. Just go okay, and down the bottom here we should have one called walls, and then we can just sort of like hide that and just see if it kind of selected everything. See there, it didn't get that one there, those little bits. All right, so we didn't get those two, so we just right click on those, move to collection, move it to the walls. All right, and then if we hide that, getting pretty close, and you can hide it, right? And you can then just select the bits that didn't get selected, which makes that a little bit easier to kind of see. All right, so it's just those ones, right click, move to collection, walls, very good. All right, and then let's make one for the, let's make one for this control panel. So sometimes, like I said, it's just a bit easier just to select those things. All right, and it's like stuff there and stuff there. There's a few other bits and pieces in there. They're a bit harder to select, but we'll just move it around, get them all. Right click, move to collection, new collection, control panel. It's just like making groups in Photoshop. Just gets everything a bit more kind of organized. Then we just hide that one and just make sure we got everything. And we could get all the roof. And it's got a light in there and stuff. Sometimes I'll just put the lights in kind of their own one, but whatever, we're just quickly organizing this so we can sort it out. Move to collection, new collection, let's call it roof. Let's go okay. Then we should have this roof one here. Hide that, sweet. Looking all good. And then we've got the door. Oh, interior. Did I make that everything else? I did. That's okay. Let's just call that the floor. And then we got stuff like pretty organized. We got a few other bits and pieces here. I don't know what some of those are. Oh, there are props kind of over there. Anyway, that's okay for now. We can sort that out, but it's a bit more manageable now. So now we can sort of toggle things on and off, right? So what was I working on? I was working on I want to hide, potentially even the floor. Let's have a look, but we'll just go back to the door, right? Let's maybe put these three in like a new collection. Oops, what did I do? right click, move to collection, new collection, people. I just made a new collection there before. But we're gonna just move them. All right, so like that. Let's just delete that one. Delete. All right, but then we got our people. We can hide those. We got the floor, and this just makes it a little bit easier to manage, right? The other thing I might do is like while I'm modeling like this, because we've got things hidden. If we just go back to the world tab here, we can make that strength 1. Oh, make it. Oh, hang on. I need to turn the num lock on. Make that 1, just so it's a bit brighter so we can kind of see what we're doing. All right, so very good. So that's just getting things a little bit more organized, which is cool. So like I was saying just before, I've got kind of my drawing up, the design that I was working on, and yeah, like I always say, if you guys have got any questions, just let me know, and more than happy to answer questions that you have. So let's just try and this is really starting to get into those sort of like nitty gritty details now though, so there is going to be some level of just, you know, just doing stuff. All right, let's try and get these. I've got some windows that I want to do, so let's work on that. So what do we got behind there? We've got, oops, hang on, I don't want to do that. Okay, I've got stuff behind there. So let's shift right click, shift A, mesh, cube. All right, make this cube. The size for the windows. And I might also as well at some point kind of think about the people, right? Just think about the scale those are at. So the window, you really want to have that sort of like eye level, because people look through windows, surprisingly. So you don't want to have them down too low, you don't want to have them up too high, especially like through a door, right? So it's so you can see through it. So let's get that all sort of working. All right, and I'm just deciding. Let's make this so we're just going to cut this like all the way through. Yeah, I think. Maybe we won't. Actually, let's not do that. We'll do it like this. All right. Let's go Control A. Control A, rotation and scale. All right. Tab into this. Control B. Still bevel. So it's got like the nice beveled corners when we kind of cut this out. All right. I'm just going to tab out and just go back to the kind of front mode. S, just make this a bit smaller. Move it across. I want to have 2 of these, so Shift D, escape. Got 2, so 2 light windows on this side. I'm going to grab both of those, Control J, and just join them together. Now, the other thing I should do is like put that in the door folder. Now everything I make will be in here. All right, that's a better way of doing it. Okay, let's do that, and then that's cool. Okay, so I think let's just boolean that out maybe. Hang on, I just want to make it like just a little bit smaller, a little bit bigger. Just moving around. Okay, because I've got some other little inset-y pieces that I want to do. All right, so let's just do that for now, and then let's click on here. Let's add a modifier. Let's boolean and use our color picker. Select that and Control A over the boolean. So I've done that a million times. So if any of you guys are like new to the stream, you can watch these back. We'll get them up on YouTube and they're on Twitch and stuff. So yeah, if anything you're not sure about, you can watch those back, and I really go over how to do that a million times. All right. So let's hit P and separate it by loose parts. Hey Josh, how you going? Hope you're doing some good animation. I was actually grading your work this morning, so yeah, some cool stuff you've been doing. All right, so let's rotate this 90. All right, doesn't matter, that's off kind of axis there. I want to add in another window. like kind of up top there. I'm just thinking maybe this one's actually in the middle. Those kind of in the middle there. All right, that's cool. Just click on the door, boolean, color picker, that box, Control A over the modifier, and then yes, sweet. Oh my gosh, I did something I really shouldn't have done. Oh no, actually it's all good, we're fine. I was thinking I needed to duplicate these so we could add some stuff. Actually, I kind of do. It's all good. We're fine. We'll just leave it like this. So then what I want to do is let's make it so these kind of look like windows, right? So to some extent. So let's go Shift A, Mesh, Cube, S, and just put a little cube in here. All right, and it just goes over those. Just gonna try and slot it in so it's just in there, but not past that door, right? So it's like there somewhere. And then we're going to go into the material tab, yeah, all good, Josh. Sounds good. Yeah, and then we're gonna make a new material. Actually, let's just make sure I don't have some sort of bluey material already. No, I don't. So let's make a new material, and let's make it blue. And we just want to make it nice and shiny, so we're going to put the roughness probably down to 0, and add the spec and maybe the sheen tint up high. And what about transmission? Can we turn? That's just going to make it see-through, is it? Oh, look at that. Oh yeah, it's pretty cool. So we can get some nice reflection on there, really make it feel like it's glass. Let's duplicate that, Control D. All right, and then just move that in place there. Yep, and then we've got some windows. All right, can we make that a bit lighter? Anyway, we'll probably muck around with that when we got the other lights on, but yeah, you get the idea. Okay, so getting some windows, and then I really want to start getting into these like kind of secondary, tertiary shapes, and that's what I was talking about, like kind of last week. Is this will start being the stuff that really separates your things from looking like a bit more amateur to really looking really nice. Is those kind of secondary and tertiary details that you're adding in. So what I'm going to do now, Shift A, Mesh, Cube, shrink that down, make sure we're in the front mode, G, just kind of put this over the top here, and just try and get some nice shapes in here. So I've already got some stuff kind of drawn up that I've done, but we'll just sort of riff off that and see what we can do. So I'm going to tab in, and do what I do. Let's go Control R. Add in some edge loops. All right, so come on there. Put one there. And then we're gonna select one on the keyboard, X-ray mode. You can toggle that by Alt-Z, right? That basically means it will select the vertices behind this, all right? So then you can, kind of move stuff around to wherever you see fit. Which is cool. So I just want to get this like fit inside there. So this kind of gets into some of those design principles. I don't want it to go like this, because then it creates like a weird angle and starts creating a bit of a tangent stuff. I want that to be like a similar angle, right, as the dark gray piece above it. So some of that stuff's really important. We might just move this down a little bit so I get a bit more wiggle room in here just to move that around. All right, let's go Control R and add another edge loop kind of in here. All right, let's move this one in here. All right, and what happens if I move this one? Oops. Okay. Stop it. Select that one. That's going to do that. So just want to add another edge loop, but I'm going to do it above that one, just like here somewhere. So let's select those, move that down. Oh, that was moving a bit on the side there. Weirdly, but okay. I think it's okay. Yeah, it's all good. Just a little optical illusion. Just want to move. Oh, not that one. Just move this out. Move this one up. Hey Monique, how's it going? Speaking of animators. Oh, I've totally got an email I got to get back to you about as well, don't I? Or a message. That's right, you messaged me. So everyone jumps on the stream when they need me to reply back to emails or messages. I'm joking. Cool. That's pretty cool. Let's grab this one. I'm gonna go Shift D, escape, Control M, and flip it along the Z. All right, and then I've got like kind of a similar one just here. All right, so I'm just kind of sort of creating paneling on the door, and I'm doing this like a pretty dodgy way. I'm just like making more geo, right? But just remember, like, this is sort of more concept. We're doing concept stuff, not sort of production modeling. So this is, you know, if Yanni was doing things, or the Alexes, they'd be like, don't do those. But I'm like, I don't care. I'll do it my own way. All right. However you can get it to look good, that's fine, right? So I'm just adjusting that. All right. That's cool. I think that's good. Actually, I might just move some of these bits up. I just want a bit more space here. That's cool. So I'm actually just thinking about the negative space that's in here. And I think that I might even just move those in and maybe kick this part out. Cool. Okay. Let's grab that. Let's grab all of this. Let's like tab out and Shift D, escape, Control M, and then X, and that'll flip it that way. All right, and then let's get this in here. All right, it's looking pretty cool. Now the other thing I'm going to do is like, let's see if I can't bevel some of this. So just tap in, sit L. Oops, number 3 first. L. All right. Okay, let's just grab that one. L. Okay. Control B. And just bevel that a little bit. L. Control B. Just make it about the same. Something like that. Tab. Just delete that one. Delete. All right, go back to the front-on version. Shift D, escape, Control M, flip along the X. So just hit X. All right, cool. That's good. And then what I'm going to do is just select that one and that one. Go Control J, and then I'm just going to move this in ever so slightly. All right. I see what I'm running into. Oh god. I need to fix up those windows, and now I've deleted them. Anyway, all right, we'll just redo that in a second. So let's just make this just a darker material. All right, just so that's sitting out there. Let's see, I've got a little bit there. Why didn't I notice that before? It's really annoying. It's not there. Why do I notice that when I think I just might have moved that accidentally. Okay. That looks better. Should have done my windows after. So let's just grab these. I don't know why they didn't go in my door layout one. Anyway. Yeah, where is that? Let's grab that one. Just hide that one for a second. Alright. Slightly annoying, isn't it? Because now I need to just boolean out these ones again. Just try and do that as quickly as possible. Shift A, mesh, cube. It's all good. We'll fix this. Oops. That looks pretty close to me. Alright, so let's tab into this. L, Control B. Try and boolean that about the same amount. Does not look like the same amount. Alright, let's go back to the front. Anyway, let's just see if this will do without getting it like super close. I think it will be okay. Let's do that. Just scale this out a bit. Do Shift E, escape. Move that one over a tiny bit. I got that one. D, escape. Rotate 90. So just hit R on the keyboard and then type in 90. That'll just rotate it. I think that's pretty close. We'll just try this out anyway. Let's get back here. See, that one still feels weird. What's that out of there? Alright, I need to fix this first. So let's tab into this. What do I do? Just hide these guys. Alright. Now boolean things is all a little bit trickier. So let's just grab this one. Okay, select that one, hit L. Let's just move. Just wondering how to do this. Select all of this. Let's move that to like there. Maybe move it down a little bit. grab these ones, move them across. All right, and what else? Let's grab those ones, smooth that across ever so slightly. Just tab out of that. Let's tab into that. Okay, see what's going on. And let's go P by loose parts, tab out, and then just delete these guys because we want to just mirror this, right? Again, so Shift E, escape, Control M and X, and move that around. And I could do this with like a mirror modifier, you know, as well, but just go like this. Yeah. What did I do there? Oh, super annoying. Yeah, just sort of messed that up. Let's undo this and let's just refix the windows. That's going to be an easier solution, I think. Hey. Hey Jaden, how's it going? Edit, undo. I ran out of undos. Oh my god. Alright. Let's delete that. Yeah. These ones, hide those cubes. Shift A, mesh, cube. Let's just do this again. Tab, Control R. Hit 1, X-ray mode on. So let's maybe turn these cubes back on. Yeah, I know, Jaden. I know. It's like I'm in a different room using Blender, so it's just like it's just not set up. So yes, oops. Anyway, we'll just redo stuff. Not the end of the world. Only take a few seconds. Now, why is that being weird? So we just need to split that first. Sorry. Not concentrating now. Alright, Control R. Add an edge loop like there. Alright, now I just need to drag all this down. Fix this angle up. Move that down. All that down. Where do they start? There somewhere. Alright, smooth that across. Then what do we do? Add something on this other side. So another edge loop. So you can see, like, you got to split that that edge loop horizontally first. Otherwise, then when you like scale this down, it'll, you know, screw up your edge loops everywhere. So you do have to be like, you do have to be careful with that kind of stuff. Yeah, it might be Jaden, maybe 100,000. Nah, just more than 20. It'd be good. I know in Photoshop I always have like the undo history state set to like 500 or something, just in case. Control R on the edge loop here. Because yeah, it is super frustrating if ever you do make a mistake with something and want to sort of undo it. And then you've got all this. Then you can't. It's super annoying. Alright, so what we're doing, something like that. I think that's pretty cool. Alright, so let's hit number 3, L, Shift D, Escape, Control M and Z. Alright, we'll put that down here. Let's move it sort of like down that way, right? And then just move all of this up. We'll do this before we bevel it, because otherwise that will run into the same problems. Right. So I want that down the bottom there. What else? Let's move. That's right, I move sort of this across. And what am I doing here? Alright, move that across here. No, that's not what I want. Bad shape. All right, that's cool. All right. Step into that. Oops, just select that one. L, Control B. Go back to this. Beveling. Select on here. L, Control B. Bevel. Sweet. Tab out. Let's just make that darker material. So let's see what's going on. Shift D. Escape. Control M on the, oops, what did I do? Control M on the X. Right. Move that across over here somewhere. Very good. All right, now let's go back to these windows. The windows. And we'll just do it again. So, right, what's that? Wait, you go in there. You're there. That goes into there. And let's grab that and join that together. And where are these cubes here? All right, those three. Hang on. Shift click them. Control J. Oh, can't do that. Whatever. So scale these out. J, join them together. All right, now let's boolean them out of here. So modify tab, boolean, select my cubes, Control A. Why are you being painful? Because I joined all those together, I guess. Tab P by loose parts. We do that. No, we need to do these individually. Boolean, let's try that again. Oops. That work? Okay, so like so is it because you didn't reset transformations on the object you were cut into? Yeah, probably. Control A, rotation, all transforms. And well, we can try. Plane. Oh, it's not actually, is it? Let's tab out of this and go P by loose parts. So that's being weird too. So let's go plane. Select that one. Okay, now we're working. All right, Control A. Cool. We got this. Why is it so much bigger? I don't understand. They look bigger there. What's going on? When did I muck around with that? Anyway, all right. Undo. Just come on. All right, let's grab those two. Scale those down a bit so they fit in here better. All right, that's better. And then let's scale that. Oh, let's right click, set origin, center of the mass. All right, let's scale that one down too. Yeah, but I thought I measured it. Right. All right. So we're gonna balloon that. Select that one. Control A. All right, we're all good. Don't worry about that. I'll show you what I'm just. We're gonna make it different. Grab those ones and join those two together. Let's try that. Whenever booleans work, it's just because something's done something weird, that's all. You can normally just sort of, yeah, so maybe just because they're joined together. It's freaking out. Don't know why, but go to that one, boolean, select that one, select you, Control A. Is that going to work now? No. Okay, still not working. Let's try that other thing. Control A, all transforms. Then let's try joining them together maybe, see if that works, because then I don't have to do it twice. Oh, there's a boolean on here as well, we don't want that. Okay. On here, boolean, select that one, Control A. Oh, we got one. Okay, tab, P, all these parts, tab, all right. So we got that one working. See if this one goes now. Boolean, Control A. Nope. Control A, all transforms. Oops. What did I do to that one? Oh. Click on that one. Boolean. Okay. Now Blender's being really annoying. Why don't you want to cut out of there? Oops. Not a bevel. I don't think that worked either. This is why you don't use booleans. Can we be just naughty and we just have one window and we do something else with this solution? Maybe we could. All right. Just gonna join all these together. There is something that I've done here. What have I done? Why do we have no... What have I done? I reckon I've joined something together weird. I can't move this around. I can if I do this. What did I do? Whoa. Oh gosh. I really should have changed my undos before, shouldn't I, Jaden? Control space what? Full screen? No, it's alright. It's fine for everything else, right? So everything else is all fine. Just these don't have a movement. I've stuffed something up. We'll spend 2 hours making the same window. Okay. It's very weird. It's broken. Break that. That one's working. Okay. Huh? It doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Don't know what I did. All right. Sorry, going quiet because I'm annoyed. Now making this again. Don't do that. One down there. Those ones down there a bit. Ugh. Yeah. better. I'm gonna go Control A, Tab. Oh, hit number 3, L, Control B. Bevel that. Let's make it. Oops, shift click on that one, Control L, link the material. It's just a bit close to that bevel there. Let's just move that in. Move that one in a little bit. All right, that's cool. So Shift D, escape, Control M, X. Right click. Maybe I just had really weird origins on that last time. Maybe that's all it was. I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. We'll get it sorted. Scale that in a bit, just move it around, just making sure these are feeling reasonably even. Okay, let's go back to booleaning these. It doesn't want to do it on these shapes, eh? Control A, all transforms. Boolean. Select you. Okay. Oops. It worked. Okay, now. Okay, please work now. Let's join these together. It should work. Normally works. Okay. Control A, all transforms. Boolean. Select you. Yes. Wow. Yay. All right, we finally got there. That took way too long. Control J. Right click, set origin, center mass, volume. Oh, no, center mass surface. There we go. Sometimes you get to mess around between those two. Okay, now I feel like I have all this modeling junk everywhere. No, we don't need a round of applause. We need like booing. All right. So now what I want to do is just transform this so the bevel is flatter. So I don't want it to like cut into the kind of door too early, if that sort of makes sense. I just want this to be a fairly flat piece. Let's just move this out. Sorry, I'll show you what I mean in a second. Just want to, yeah, something like that. Okay, and then I just want this. It may not be this kind of color of material, but I just want that to sit just really subtly outside that door. Okay, and then let's just grab these, right, and just bring them out. So they're just sitting like that, right? Because then that hides all that other stupid stuff I did with the other door. All right, so they just sit in there. Very good. Okay, we're getting there, and now I can see my little. All right, come on. Okay, and move you across here and scale it down. Oh. Whew. Sweating. Okay, now I've got that. Very good. Phase 1. The other bit is I wanted to boolean more stuff out, but I'm scared now. Alright, so whatever. Let's not be scared. Let's grab this one here. Shift D, escape. Alright, I had some other little pieces that I wanted to make. So let's go back to sort of the front view here. Just want to make sort of some of these little sci-fi decal-y kind of pieces. We might actually just need to make these stick out though because of how close I have that to the door, but that's cool. Right, so I just want to scale this down a bit. There's one there, Shift D, escape, R, 90. Let's rotate that 90. G, what have I got? Now, once again, I'm going back to my reference of the little line drawing that I did. Those, Shift D, escape, Control M, X, flip them along there. Very good. Then I want to have Shift D, escape, just the bigger one. I want to rotate it 45 degrees. This one goes like here. So using sort of these like graphic design principles as well, just trying to line up the bottom of that with the bottom corner of there. Right, I could even potentially line this up here. That kind of gets like a nice grid. That corner lines up with that bit. This corner kind of lines up with that bit. It doesn't have to be down to the millimeter, just kind of close. All right, so Shift D, escape, Control M, X, flip that around. Another one over here. Just try and get them in the same kind of space. Right, let's make all of these the same material as that. Control L, link those materials. Right now, actually, what do I do? Yeah, cool, good one, Simon. Right, got those. So once again, I just want these like subtly just coming out of the door, like it's just a bit of like sort of metal reinforcing stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a whole piece of anything. It's just very subtle, like kind of mechanical details there. Just the way this stuff's being machined. All right, so now do I have like a, let's see, slightly lighter gray. Let's unlink that material. Oh, no, I do, wrong. That's better, okay, so I just want this something like that. And then link all these to that one. Materials. Alright, cool. Now, I was doing heaps of stuff this morning, so I decided to wake up at 5 AM to get work done. I'm now regretting that move. Clearly my brain is not working. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right. Let's add some more of these little details around the place. So I want to go. I've got some more like door pieces I want to make, which involves more ballooning. So once again, I'm scared. Let's try. Shift A, mesh, cube. Let's try. We can only fail. That's all that can happen. This is a cool little thing. So students always ask me, like, when should I apply for jobs, and should I start applying at these companies or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, you know what? You should just apply today, because what's the worst thing that can happen? And you know what's interesting is the worst thing that can happen is they say yes. That's the worst thing that can happen. Because, you know, what if you apply for some job in America or in, you know, a different country, if you're watching from America or whatever the case may be, right? And you know, the company says, yeah, we'll give you the job. You know, we love your stuff. It's awesome. And you know, come and start right now. Always tell students, what's worse, getting no or yes? I think getting yes is worse. It's kind of interesting, isn't it? Because you're going to have to, like, you know, change your life and stop what you're doing and, you know, do all those sorts of things, which is obviously amazing, but it's also very, like, daunting, right? So when you look at it that way, just, you know, apply for your jobs and stuff, right? Just go for it. Because the worst they can say is yes, not no. If they say no, nothing changes, does it? You just carry on as you were. Sort of an interesting way of looking at it. Alright, so we've got that one. Let's go Shift D, escape. I reckon that bulliening wasn't working before because I have my origin in some weird spot, so it was being weird. So let's tab into this one and let's select that one and go E for extrude. Try to get that about the same as the other one. Come here. And then, oh, oops, we're below the ground. And then this way. Do that. I think that looks pretty good to me. No, too far. About like that. And okay, scale that down. I actually want to do, I want to hit 1 on the keyboard. Oh, toggle X-ray mode. Oh, I hope I didn't stuff that up. There, and we just want to, once again, I'm just making sure these angles don't get weird, you know, like I find when you're starting out, that's one thing that you don't pay enough attention to, right? Also, what I need to pay attention to is like getting this in the middle. That's just a bit out as well, which presumably means this one's a little bit out because I just duplicated that across. Yeah, so it's just making sure little things like that, right? Just how your shapes kind of flow together, right? It's building up that design language. So let's make, oh, let's put that up there a little bit further. Make that one, and that one. Control L, link it to those materials there. So it's like that darker. Sweet. All right, very good. Now, I just want to move all these in. Oops. Do a very good job of that. So once again, I want to be subtle with this. Right, I don't, if you stick them out this far, it doesn't look very good, right? So we just want to be nice and subtle with some of these other, like, paneling type of details, right? Then, like I said, scary because I need to pull in this. Shift A, mesh cube. We kind of need it up there. Then let's transform this in. Oops, not the back. Go to the front. Front, please. All right. Because I just want to make it still feel like there's a not an opening, but like a connection with the door. And they don't have to, that doesn't have to be like completely even because it's just through that, through these shapes there. But anyway, let's grab that grab that, Control J, join those together. Let's right click set origin, because maybe that's what stuffs it up. Set origin. Okay, surface. Yeah. Cool. And then let's boolean this. Modify boolean. Play that one. Control A. Hopefully that. Oh, in all of those. Yay. Wow. Professional. Alright. We're getting there. Very cool. Okay. Let's do like some little interesting cuts, just like other ways, right? Just for a bit of visual interest here. So I think this could kind of be cool. So let's like grab this. And just want to take a bit out of some of these like corners. Once again, not too much, just a little bit, just something interesting. Right, so where we go? Top here, Shift D, escape. Sort of gonna be a bit slightly hard one to line up. Why have we got weird stuff at the top there? Why is that happening? What did I do? Anyway, whatever. We'll fix that later. Alright, so alright, let's grab that one, Control J, join those together. Let's go back to this guy. Boolean. Those ones. Control A. Alright, very good. Just cutting out some little shapes there, and then we could add. So then I could maybe grab this one. Right, grab these potentially. Put them undo back in that spot. Maybe there's tab P by loose parts. That's just separating those again. This and just scale that down. Put this in here. Once again, those sort of secondary, tertiary details. All right, so I can probably let's go over that one. 50 escape. That cross over here. Click, shift click on there, Control L, link those materials. Yeah, you can really start, you know, varying up all the kind of shapes and adding kind of interesting stuff. I want to add like lots of decals and things as well on here, which will really start to pull this all together, but we potentially will do that sort of next week. Yeah, what else? Why is this like that? I don't understand. Sort of understand. It just means that it's not in the middle. Right, and then if I move that up a bit, we can do that, I think. Sure. Better. That's better. All right. What else? What else? What else? What else? All right. Let's like duplicate some of this as well. Shift D. Escape. Scale this up. Oops, not like that. There. Move this in. No, not that far in. That's cool. Let's make that a. I haven't decided on sort of the colors yet. do a new material. Let's make it like a sort of blue. Let's make it a bit more metallic. A bit more spec, a bit more metallic, and a bit less roughness. Let's do this as a new material. Let's just try to get all this a bit more organized now, alright? Get these materials working, so metallic, a bit less roughness. Just get those things shining a little bit. Potentially that could be that material there. So let's just link that material. Alright, so that's cool. So then let's just make this a little bit lighter. Cool. Alright, let's grab those. Link those materials. Got some little arrows and things. We could. Yeah, let's go Alt H. Oh, no, okay. Let's not do that. Let's undo that. And just bring back this and go into our camera. Look, see where that's going. I think this material will be a bit darker with this one. That one probably is that one, like that material, and then this one here. Okay, so that doesn't have material on it either. That's why we're not working so well. Okay, so that one could be that one. Like those materials. That. Like those materials. It's cool. You see how that's just more subtle, right? They're not an extra sort of color. We could make them, could have other bits that are darker and stuff as well. I do wonder whether these. I can't move it too far. Whatever. We'll just leave it like that. That's good. Now remember, you got to always remember that at some point I changed the shade editor. I changed this one from 0.3. All right, which that sort of makes a pretty big difference. And then we've got our. You can always, if you're not sure where it is, just type in fog. A lot of times I actually just have fog written in here and I'm just like toggling it on and off kind of thing. Where's my camera? There we go. And I had like a curves thing on here as well, remember? That I probably have hidden. Yeah, like this type of thing. Pretty cool. Let's toggle that fog off. Why is this one different to that one? I'm not sure. Link those materials. It's not, it's just a lighting thing. That's cool. Okay, let's grab that. Shift D, escape, Control M, X. Flip that around, move that over here. I'm not sure about that sort of shape and stuff yet, but go with it for now. Colors still working out, like, you know, do we make the accent color like an orange or a red or the blue? Not entirely sure just yet, but that's okay. We're getting there. So like I said, as we get into the details, like things will just start taking a little bit longer. Yeah, but that's cool. All right, I've still got some other shapes I want to kind of cut in as well. So let's hide that, and then we can go back. So I'm just going to turn all of those off again. All right, and I can put the world back to 1. I just remember it's 0.3. All these other bits. Okay, so you, that. There, you can go in there. That is just the. Oh no, yep, that was that bit there. Okay, I remember. So you and you go into there. I'm just putting them into my door grouping. What's that one? Yep, into my door collection, right? Because that's really does speed up the process quite a bit. All right, let's make some other shapes up the top here. Shift A, mesh, cube. All right, so I've just got some other little cuts and details and things that I want to add in here. Step into this, hit 1 on the keyboard. Just moving some of this stuff around. In my drawing, it's a bit, not sure if I can get the exact design, but we'll see. We'll see. Control R. Edge loop. There. Control R. Let's add an edge loop there. Control R, and an edge loop along here somewhere. Quite how these cuts are going to take, because I'm messing around in sort of 3-dimensional shapes now, but we'll see. We'll see. Tap into that, hit number 3 on the keyboard, hit L, Control B. Bevel that shape. Let's go Shift E, escape, Control M on the X, and flip that around. Somewhere, okay, that one and that one. Control J, join those together. All right, scary. Let's try and bullying. It's all right. It's been working all right lately, hasn't it? Whoa. That's not what we wanted to do. Control A, all transforms. Control A, all transforms. Oh, and then that gets weird. Alright, so right click, set origin. Whoa, okay. Well, that's been weird. Alright, let's tab into that. Oh, P, separate by loose parts. Tab. Okay. So maybe got some weird geometry in it. Maybe I did some weird stuff when I was making that by accident. Sometimes when you toggling the X-ray mode, you can muck some stuff up. But let's see what happens now. Okay, broken. You know what we could do with that stuff? Although it feels like a... Whatever. Move on to something else. Oops. Control A, mesh, cube. Just want to add another sort of like triangular piece in here. Here, one X-ray. All right, scale that whole thing. Scale it like that. Actually, kind of like how it does that. Yeah. All right. Tab 3. L, Control B. Actually, you know what? Let's tab out of this. Control A, rotation scale, tab, Control B. Spell that, select that. Oh, select that one, Control L, link those materials. Sweet. And then potentially we have a piece that's sitting on top of this. Let's grab that. Shift D, escape. And just move that out a bit and up a bit like that. Tab. Keyboard. Actually, hide that and hide that for a second. So I'm going to come back in here and go to the top. Select these faces, maybe. This is, I don't know if this is going to work. That's not doing what I want to do. Stupid beveling. Right. whatevs. Let's just do it like this. So many painful things today. I think it's like when I'm sitting here by myself and doing it, these things are not as painful. Just because you're doing it like, you know, in a stream. So when things don't work, it's annoying. Yeah, well, this is not going to work either. Materials. Does that work? No. Material. Good. I actually think it's kind of cool. It has that little cut there. Sort of use that and kind of design around with those little bits, I reckon. Cool. And then one of the other things I sort of wanted to do was this control panel, where I felt that this control panel is sort of like a bit separated from the door, like it feels a bit sort of behind the door and stuff. So yeah, just wanted to sort of come up with a solution for that. Right click, select objects. That'll select objects in that collection, right? So it's really cool. That's why having all those things sort of separated out and in their right places is really useful. So what I'm thinking is we want to make that control panel just a little bit more linked to this door. Somehow. Maybe this piece. Maybe this does something different. Oops. What did I do? Nope. X-ray mode on. Potentially. But we need to resolve how that goes into the wall there. Just thinking, sorry. Just not doing that, just seeing how that would work connected in. Yeah, I don't know. It needs something. Maybe another little block. Potentially with some bevels and stuff, yeah. out, Control A, rotation scale, tap in, L, Control B. Bevel. Yeah, I feel like that's getting a little bit more connected there. Not sure yet. Keep working on that bit. I was going to show you guys like some radial arrays and things as well for like the floor and stuff. Could be kind of cool, but we might do that. Maybe do that next week. Let's see, I just want to see how all that's sort of looking. Okay, why don't we, for right now, just start working on some pipes and some cabling. Let's do some of that. I'll show you how you can do some cool cables first, and let's maybe use them as like a little compositional tool, which could be kind of good, right? Just, you know, our typical sci-fi stuff. We have some cables kind of dangling down and things. So, how are we going to do that? Let's turn fog off. All right, let's door. So we want to go Shift A, mesh, cube. All right, I'm just gonna make like a fairly large cube here, just for a second. All right. Now where is that cube? Okay, let's click on this, move to collection, new collection, cables. Okay, and that will move that into a new collection, which is pretty cool. Okay, then what we're going to do is let's go to right, first of all, what I want to do is like shift right click on the cube, right, the new cube that we've made. All right, very cool. And then I want to go Shift A, curve, Bezier curve. Now there's actually a few ways you could do this in Blender, but let's go with this one. I like kind of doing it this way. Let's tab into this, delete, and dissolve vertices. We're going to delete everything that's in there, right? And then what are we going to do? We're going to go to the little, so I'm in a curve. I've added a Bezier curve, and that's when these tools pop up, which are different to the normal tools, right? But we can do draw. Don't do the annotate one, because that's not the right thing. All right, we want to click on draw. And then what we want to do is hit N on the keyboard, and that'll bring up some options, and I think it's under tool. All right, and we've got a depth is cursor or surface. Now for this, we're going to do it on the surface, all right? And then what I want to do here is come down to the little like curly line thing, all right? And we want to click on geometry, and we're going to change the depth to like 0.5 meters. And I have no idea if this is going to be the right size or whatever, but let's just give it a go. So now if we're clicked on here on the draw, and we've got it on surface, and we have the geometry set to like 0.5 depth, I reckon we can draw a cable. All right, but it's gigantic. So let's add some zeros. 0.05. That's better. And let's even make it like 0.03. All right, and then you can draw a cable. Now what happens, because I've got it set to surface, it draws it on that surface, right? Which is really cool. And we could probably draw a few cables in here. Right, and then I've got a few cool cables, which is awesome. So if I tab out of that, right, and then I get this cube and then just delete it, we've now got some cables, and they kind of cut through, right? But that doesn't sort of matter for now. You could, like, if you really like, okay, that's looking, because you might put them in composition, they look janky, right, where they're cutting through. So we could click on this and tab in, all right, and basically just click on the Oops, again. So let's have the move tool selected and just move this one like out a bit, and that's going to make that cable go out from that one. All right. Oh yeah. And then with this one here, we can just do the same thing and just drag. Oops, sorry, clicked on the wrong thing. On that one, and just drag that one out. And there's another little doohickey there. All right. It's just like using the pen tool in Photoshop. Yep. Then you can just go, move that one out so it doesn't cut down there. There we go. And now they're like not cutting through each other, right? Which is pretty cool. And then we're going to put that. So we're going to put a material on them. I'm going to make it that dark material. Yes, cables. And then what I'm going to do is move them. We can see what's going on. Oh. Interior scenes, after a while they get a bit painful. All right, so somewhere down there, let's go to the camera. All right, we can see we just want to like move. Ring, so oh, come on. Yeah, we want it to go a bit back in space there. And we just want to move it up. And we could, what else do we want to do? We want to make it a bit bigger. Let's go back to the camera. And let's just move them down there, up a little bit, go back to the camera. Cool. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, and then we can even come in here, right, and just tab in and just select those. You just go G and just like move them. Like I want a bit more curve there. G, move that up there. Grab this one. G, move that there. Oops, what did I do? Wrong button. And just curve that around and yeah, make them sort of fit to whatever you want. And there we go. Now they're sort of not getting now they're out of the, now they're long enough. And they go into that wall there. So anyway, you got to like resolve all this stuff. So maybe we need some little pieces where they fit to the wall or some other, you know, cable or blah blah blah, whatever, right? But there you go, got some cables, so that's really cool. Now you can make pipes the same way. So, you know, pipes are somewhat different to cables. You know, the cables are more organic and then the pipes are a bit more geometric, right? So if we want to make some pipes, let's do the same thing. Let's go mesh cube. All right, and we've got this cube here. Now let's make a couple of cubes. Like I said, sometimes this is like, let's just do this over here because this is not helpful, right? So we've got this bit here, and let's go, we want this to like wrap over some surface a little bit, so let's go Shift D, escape. All right, and we want this pipe to kind of like go up and around kind of thing. All right, so last time we did it, yeah, so we're gonna do it on the surface again, right? So let's call this one, let's make this into a collection, move to collection, new collection, pipes. Then everything's just like a little bit more organized, and it'll be more useful for you. So let's shift right click on this box here. Okay, and we do the same thing. Shift A, curve, Bezier curve. All right, we tab in, we delete, dissolve vertices, gets rid of everything. Then we come to the draw. Right, we're gonna do this on the surface, and we are going to make it the depth 0.05. That's what I do, wasn't it? And then let's just draw something. Cool. Yep. All right, that's pretty cool. So then what we can do is you can come in here. You can just look at that, and it draws it directly onto the surface. And you're like, okay, Simon, that's great, but like it's all janky. It still looks like kind of a cable, right? So all you do is you just delete a lot of these like points that you don't need. So you just grab these, right? Just select over here, delete, dissolve vertices, right? It's still there, don't worry. All right, and let's delete, dissolve vertices, okay? And then we just like tidy everything up a bit, all right? So, oops. Okay, so we want everything like straight, Okay, so we just select that one. We just select this, right? And we just straighten all of that up. Make it like vertical. All right, make these vertical, and then move this one. All right, and like it, I think there's like one here. Delete all vertices. There we go. So we've got that one. Just trying to make all this straight. And you know, it takes a little bit of messing around to get this right, but not much, you know, not too much. All right, so we want to go onto the side, and we just do the same thing on the side, right? So we just we put it where we want it. Oops. Grab that one and we put that one over there because we want that straight as well. And then we put this one over here. And sometimes if you just creep them all in, you'll get, you know, pretty much nice 90-degree angles, which is very cool. So you just make sure that's straight. You know, you put this one kind of in the corner. You make this go in here. Put that one in there. And then you make that straight as you want. Oh, and then we go back to the front, wherever that is. And you just hide, yeah, still some weird stuff. So we could go to the top. No, I just want you straighten that up. Straighten that up. And you get the idea, right? And now we've got kind of a pipe, which is pretty cool. And you can make a few of those, and then you can sort of like start repeating them around and stuff, which is pretty cool. So let's tab out that. Let's delete the cubes. So now we've got like a bit of a pipe, right? And as you delete things, then you can see more stuff that you want to kind of fix. You there. And yeah, you know, you can sort of do this stuff until your heart is content, until you're happy with where it's going and the straightness of things. But I guarantee you, when you put this in, no one's gonna notice. Right now, with this one, what I'm gonna do is what am I gonna do? Let's tab out of this, right? And if I right click on this, I can go convert to mesh, right? Convert to mesh. And then if I tab in, it's now a mesh, right? Which is really cool. So we could go to the side and we could do things like this, right? Where we could select, we'll go to number 3, right? And then we can grab that and we can go S, and we can scale that up. No, actually, we don't want to do that. Not scale. That's a silly way of doing it. We want to go, Alt E, and so Alt E is extrude, and extrude faces along normals, and then we want to, oh yeah, right, and we can just add in those little pipe bits like that, right? And then we get some, you know, stuff you don't want. So what we need to do in this is right click, shade smooth, right? And then we come down to the normals, all right? In this little triangle, auto smooth, and let's make it like 50 degrees. And there you go, you can like kind of smooth that out so it looks like pretty cool, right? So yeah, same thing, tap in, you know, go to the front or whatever. Alt E, extrude face along normals. Yeah, and look at that, you can make your pipes and stuff, and then we could add textures and yeah, do all sorts of things. So let's go Shift D, escape. I haven't worked out where I'm going to put this in the scene or anything. I'm just I'm just moving some stuff around. Oops, sometimes when it's not working, I just go back to camera mode. Alright, let's delete those guys. Might be that we just want some pipes kind of there. Shift D, escape. Shift D, escape. Grab that. Shift D, escape. Let's go to the front mode. Oops, wrong. Keys. All right, just try and get that in the middle in a better spot. Let's make them material. Oops, okay. Select all these. Click on the last one, Control L, link those materials. Yeah, and then you've got like some pipes and things, right? And obviously you can play around with that, you know, however you want, but pretty cool. Cables, awesome. Control M, X. Put some more cables over that side. Get out of the camera as well. That was that one. Yeah, it's all looking pretty cool. Still got lots of work to do. But yeah, getting there. As you go along, you build up all these little bits that you can kind of kit bash with and use and duplicate and do all those sorts of things, which is really cool. I'm going to Control A. Let's give that sort of a bevel as well. Right, what are we going to do for next week? We're going to get into adding some like kind of Photoshop elements, some 2D stuff, adding in some like decals and signage and yeah, all of those sorts of things. I think would be really good. Yeah, I think those things would be cool. Sorry, just reading chat. Hello, OG Frost Haze. Yeah, going really good. How are you? So yes, what are we gonna? Let's turn on the fog. Go back to the camera. All right. Potentially turn on these curves, which might be a bit long, a bit crazy. I think I still do want to add some more kind of lights and stuff. I think would be cool. Let's even do that now. Shift A. light, point light. We could kind of add like some actual light bits in on these, you know, pillars potentially. Just wondering whether it's sort of like a bluey color or we. Oh, we got the fog in the way. Where'd you go? Light. It went somewhere in here. Is that where it went? I have to organize this file outside of the stream, I think. Don't worry. You know, that's what you do classes for, to try and like learn and improve and stuff, right? Yeah, and learn how to do all this stuff. So yeah, I think obviously messing around with that lighting is going to be a, you know, pretty big thing, and we could add like, you know, my thoughts are maybe there's, you know, sort of LED strip lighting along these, you know, parts here and stuff. I haven't, you know, I'm not sure about the color. Still think like some blue could kind of be cool. Maybe there's different, well, I don't know. See. Where'd you go? Just sort of notes to self. May even sort of like tone that fog down a little bit, but yeah, we'll see. Can have a look at this other camera here as well. Yeah, and obviously with the fog there, it's a bit intense. That one looks better without the fog. But yeah. Yeah, there's a question about, you know, trying the short courses and stuff. Yeah, awesome. That's, yeah, we've got a intro to concept art course where we kind of go over where I go over, you know, drawing stuff and getting into Blender and sort of intro to Blender and making all things kind of concept art. Yeah, and then students who have been completing the course have been finding work at like video game companies, both locally and overseas and interstate, like all around Australia and yeah, and overseas and stuff. And also at like a lot of visual effects studios and things like that. And then animation studios, got a bunch of past students working at Flying Bark on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoons and things like that. So yeah, there's so many opportunities at the moment. Like, it's a really awesome time to be a student because there is just so many things that you can do and kind of get into and make your career from, which is really cool. So yeah, it's definitely an awesome time to you know, kind of give it a go and be thinking about that. So yeah, but I think we'll call that done for today. And then yeah, next week hopefully my brain will be a bit more switched on and we'll move a bit faster. That was a bit slow, that one today. Try and get a few more things done, but yeah, it's getting there. We just gotta, like, I find these things, like sort of designing all these, just anything, right? Like you kind of it's quite quick to get the blocking done and get things like moving pretty quickly, but then it takes a long time to, you know, kind of work on those details, right? Really pull everything up, and it's a bit of a brain thing. It's a lot of times you just like not being able to push yourself to really, you know, get into those like secondary, tertiary details, make things look as refined as possible, or like when you're painting, just being able to slow down and really render all those bits out that you need to. Like that bit does take a bit of practice, and it's actually like you've got to try, and your brain wants to just stop and not do anymore, but you've got to like try and, you know, just push past that a bit. So yeah, I'll keep going for another couple of weeks on this, and you know, we'll try and get this like resolved and as much as possible, and just get every little bit kind of, you know, fleshed out with you know, all the textures and details and little greebly, you know, sci-fi bits that it needs. So yeah, but it's coming along. Not too much more to go. So yeah, all right. Well, thanks guys, and we'll yeah, be sure you can, if you're just new to the streams, you can totally check out the previous ones on the Twitch channel or the YouTube page. So check those out, and we'll see you guys next week, and we'll do some more interiors. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys.